today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Falcons taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Summer drawing to a close here in the Southeast. The roof is closed at the wondrous Mercedes-Benz Stadium due to the hot temps still outside here in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Matt Ryan, the longtime Falcon, a veteran who's been in the league since 2008, ready to guide this Atlanta offense.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. 5th in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now a draw play for Gurley. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And this defense, of course, well aware of what Todd Gurley can do from his days in the NFC West. They had to game plan ways to stop him for 5 years as a member of the St. Louis and then later the L.A. Rams. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
14. First down, Seahawks.
Now it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Seahawks, first down.
Nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Seattle.
This is Carson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The tackle made.
CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 18-yard line.
6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now it's Carson. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Carson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right, and just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Gurley, the ball carrier.
Good tackle there by Jaron Reed, the former 2nd-round pick out of Alabama, and that's why he was drafted. But he's really shown an excellent ability to rush the passer as well.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Now it's Gurley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
There's a run there by Todd Gurley. We all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career, and I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
Ryan going to get this complete to Hurst. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 44-yard attempt.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 55 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. On the return, here's Hall. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up first and 10. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here's Carson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Gurley. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Flush to his right. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, get me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
from just shy of midfield. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
This is unbelievable.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
He lets it fly for Lockett. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
pass complete to Tyler Lockett.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that is incomplete.
Ryan's pass intended for...
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL...
Now a hit and a loose football.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Intercepted by the Seahawks.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
To try again after the sack. Ryan being chased out left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, Ryan eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Defense. Don't just do that.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A throw complete to Dorsett. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking deep for Julio. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run again with Carson. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up and they tend to play well.
Now a pass hauled in downfield and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Seahawks, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to